Today, the topic of my talk is hydrocarbon. Balloon is a hydrocarbon. When a normal cotton touches it, nothing happens. When I dip into the hydrocarbon liquid, that is petrol, it bursts. So the conclusion is hydrocarbon always reactive hydrocarbon. Jazakallahu khair.
I'm working on a model extraction of DNA from strawberries. DNA is a two-stranded molecule that appears twisted, giving it a unique shape referred to the trusted source as a double helix. Each of the two strands is a long sequence of nucleotides. These are the individual units of DNA, and they are made up of a phosphate molecule, a sugar molecule called deoxyribose containing 5 carbon, a nitrogen containing region. There are 4 types of nitrogen containing region called bases, including the trusted source. First, adenine, which equals A. Second, cytosine, which equals C. Third, guanine, which equals D. And fourth, thymine, which equals T. In order of these 4 bases together form a genetic code, which is instructions for life. The bases of the two strands of DNA are stuck together to create a ladder-like shape. Within the ladder, A sticks to T and G sticks to C to create the rungs. The length of the ladder forms with the sugar and the phosphate groups. In short, DNA is a long molecule that contains each person's unique genetic code. It holds the trusted source, the instructions for building the protein essential for the body's functions. Now, I would like my friend Rabia to continue. 1/3 cup of water, add it to the bowl. Then you have to take dishwashing liquid, 1 tablespoon, half tablespoon of salt. Then you have to mix it together. Then you have to take strawberries, 3 to 5 strawberries, and put it in Ziploc bag. Then you have to smash for 2 minutes. Then you have to add this mixture into this 3 tablespoon. Again, you have to smash for 1 minute. We have to take the mixture and put it in this, which the liquids come down as you can show. I'm gonna remove this one from this. Then we have to add this liquid in this another container. Then we have to take rubbing alcohol. Rubbing alcohol, it should be equal to this liquid. Then we have to take the rubbing alcohol.
What is the reason for removing the bubbles? What happens?
Because it won't form the perfect. The DNA won't get extracted.
Okay.
Where is it? As you can see. Ready.
This is a model of a rocket, Chandrayaan 3. Rockets are also called launch vehicles who rely on momentum. Chinese invented rocket for war and military purposes. Rocket delivers satellites in space and satellites do their work such as maintaining the updation of weather forecasting, GPS. If rocket were not there, we cannot communicate with our cell phones. This is a model of a hydraulic rocket. The best idea in this involves blocking the end of the syringe and then pull the plunger to create a vacuum in the tube. When released, the plunger will push forward due to the atmospheric pressure, counteracting the vacuum, hitting the end of the tube and launching the syringe forward. This rocket is inspired by Chandrayaan 3. It is the third mission in Chandrayaan program, a series of lunar missions developed by ISRO. Thank you.
The experiment for today is starch test with iodine.
Starch test
Starch
with
test with
iodine.
iodine. The iodine test for starch is mainly performed to test the presence of carbohydrates. The food products which we eat include different types of carbohydrates, among which starch and sugars are mainly found in our food products. Starchy foods are the main source of carbohydrates and play an important role in a healthy diet.
There is a lot of stars, no?
So we'll put some of iodine solution, right? it has become blue black. This is the proof that there is a lot of starch in the given plant juice. According to the observation, the food sample or the potato slice turned to blue black on adding the iodine solution. This proves the presence of starch in the given plant source. This was a simple experiment which is used to test the presence of starch. Thank you.
Is starch good for health or not good for health?
Sometimes it's good for health and also in bad for health. For diabetes people, it is not good for health.
Pythagoras theorem is also called as Pythagorean theorem. It is an important topic in mathematics which explains the sides of a right angle triangle. This theorem is being used to know the unknown side of a right angle triangle and its angle. And we can write the formula of these three sides, which are called hypotenuse, base, and perpendicular. When the square of hypotenuse finds the squares of these two sides, if they are equal, this is called a Pythagoras triplet. And the hypotenuse side is the longest side because it is the opposite to the 90-degree angle. This three sides, when they are squared and put into a positive integer value in an equation, they are all called as Pythagoras triples. Jazakallah khair.
As you can see, this is the model of Newton's cradle. Newton's cradle demonstrates the first law of motion. When one of the ball is lifted and released, it strikes the remaining stationary balls and send force to all of them and push the ball to the other end away. Usually, this energy ends up being used to deform an object, such as a car crumpling or crash. Newton's cradle visualize an elastic collision by allowing to see the number of balls as the mass as and the speed as the height the balls travel. Newton's first law: an object in motion remains in motion at a constant speed and in a straight line unless acted on by unbalanced force. I conclude by saying that the cradle is meant to show the conservation of energy and momentum, both of which involve mass. The impact of the ball of the same mass, the same distance, and the same speed, it will do the same amount of work as the gravity did on the first time. Jazakallahu khair.
You can see we have made a future model. In that we have a school, we have a grocery store, a police station, a train, and the airport. Future changes are expected to include higher Future changes are expected to include warmer atmosphere, warmer and more acidic oceans, higher sea levels, larger changes in precipitation pattern. The extent of future climate change depends on what we do now to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. The more we emit, the larger the changes will be. Simple choices for Simple choices for healthier planet are reduce, reuse, and recycle. Cut down on what we throw away. Volunteer for cleanups in your area. Educate. Conserve water. Choose sustainable. Use long-lasting light bulbs. Plant a tree. People also ask, what will be the future of a country? What will be the future of an environment? What will be the future of a planet? What will be life in the next 100 years? In the next 100 years, the population might be around 10 to 12 billion people. The rainforest will be largely cleared. The world could not be or look peaceful. We could also have the shortage of resources such as water, food, and habitation, which will also lead to conflict. As per you can see, we have also used the AI robots here. The full form of AI robots is artificial intelligence. AI provides AI provides a computer program which has the ability to think and to learn on its own. It is a simulation of human intelligence into machines. Artificial intelligence is a significant of reduce errors and to increase accuracy. Jazakallahu khair.
Millet is a whole grain that is packed with proteins. It has numerous health benefits such as lower blood pressure, diabetes, cholesterol, etc. Plus, it is a gluten free for excellent select diet. It requires less water. Millet has various rice dishes like khichdi, palau, tamarind rice, etc. Studies have proved that millet lead to a great reduction in blood pressure. There are some types of millets. An example. This is the ragi ball, ragi roti, rice.
Our experiment for today is turning juice into spheres.
Juice into
Spheres. Yep.
sphere actually.
Spheres. The shape. Yeah. Round shape. The aim of the model is to create a unique and a visual captivating way to serve drinks by turning juice into spheres. Turning juice into sphere is also called as spherification. It is a culinary process that employs sodium arginate,
sodium alginate or either calcium chloride or calcium lactate. This is alginate which is mixed up with water, and that is calcium lactate which is mixed with water. So if we mix both, if we put that in, this is a normal water. If we put this in that, we're gonna take like this spheres. The spheres are gelatinous outside with a liquid center and are also called as popping bobas. Not exactly like bobas, but it's kind of like bobas. Yeah. Yes. Jazakallah khair.
Today I'm going to explain about hydroelectric power dam. Uh, Most hydroelectric power dam have a reservoir of water, a gate or a valve to control how much water flows out of the reservoir. How much water flows out of the reservoir, and a kettle or a place where the water ends up flowing downhill, and the electric motor pulls the water from here, and again the same water flows on over here. As a conclusion, this is known as hydroelectric power dam.
It's called Eco-Friendly Project. What is Eco-Friendly Project? Let me explain you. Designed to have a little or no damaging effect on the environment, creating eco-friendly project involves integrating sustainable practice and technology to minimize the environmental impact. This includes efficient energy and resources use, responsible material selection, waste reduction, water conservation, and promoting renewable solutions. Eco-friendly materials are designed to prioritize the effect used on natural resource, reducing the demand for virgin resources by conserving resource. Eco-friendly materials help preserve biodiversity.
This is smart blind eyeglasses for the blind people. It is made through Arduino board and sensors and some battery switches, etc. This is this is for the blind people, that if some danger is coming in front of them, that they can be alert. Example, today I'm here to explain hydraulic JCB, which works only through hydraulic system. The main component is liquid fluid. The force can be defined as ratio of force applied perpendicularly to the unit area. Pascal's law describes that uh, a fluid inside a closure container, that force is transmitted to the liquid and the container's walls. Pressure is equals to force by area. Example,
This is my model, geostationary satellite. Geostationary satellite is an orbit that can only be achieved at an altitude very close to 35,786 kilometers, and which fix the longitude at an equator. The Earth station sends the uplink to the satellite. Geostationary satellite with the high speed and the elevation with the communication, internet connectivity, weather forecast, remote sensing, etc. are the usages.
And today I'm going to explain you about the laser security system. Laser security system is a cutting edge technology which uses beams of light to detect and deter intruders. This system is not only effective and low cost, and is also and can be also implemented at various fields. Now, you might have questions that why laser security system? Well, the answer is simple. Let me explain you with an example. Imagine that you have installed CCTV camera at your home, but there's a robbery at your home. The CCTV camera is meant and made only to be only for recording. It won't stop the thief from stealing anything. But whereas the laser security system, when anybody enters it, it will make a noise. The noise will make sure that it alerts the people around it, and everybody near it will get alert, and they'll make sure that the robbery doesn't happen. So the basic things I have used in this: laser light, battery, switch, LDR, uh, buzzer, and a light. And this works on basic laws of reflection. The laser light reflects through the mirror, and then this mirror, and then this mirror, and from this mirror it comes back to the LDR, where the sensor observes it, and when the way is blocked, it makes some noise.
My model name is double circulation. A mechanism in which blood flows twice to one complete cycle is known as double circulation. Systematic circulation and pulmonary circulation are the two pathways where blood flows to the double circulation. Double circulation is present in mammals and birds. In double circulation, the right pump sends the deoxygenated blood and the left pump sends the oxygenated blood to the lungs. The oxygenated blood sends the newly oxygenated blood to the around the body. The double circulation also keeps the deoxygenated and oxygenated blood in separate to prevent their mixing. This allows a highly efficiency to the supply of oxygen to blood.
Today, I'm here to talk about measuring and comparing lung capacity. Aim of the model is to assess how well your lungs work by measuring how much air you inhale, how much you exhale, and how quickly you exhale. Determine your lung capacity, measure changes over time that occur as a result of chronic lung diseases. To identify early changes in the lungs function and in some cases help guide treatment. Detect the narrowing of the airways. Someone with a healthier lung capacity will find themselves able to breathe easier and get less out of breath while exercising. It will increase oxygen to the brain and we will have a clearer and focused mind. Lung capacity refers to the maximum amount of oxygen your body is able to use. The average lung capacity is about 6 liters. Age, gender, and body composition of affecting different ranges of lung capacity. Males tend to have a greater TLC than females. Dynamic lung volumes are essential for diagnosis and follow-up of obstructive lung diseases. We can check our lung capacity by measuring this. The further the ball goes, the healthier your lungs are.
The common difference between acid and base. Now, acid and base. This is a hydrochloric acid. It's present in your stomach. This is sodium hydroxide. These are synthetic indicators of acid or bases. How indicators work are when you put them in some acid or basic solutions, they'll either change color to indicate that this is acid or this is basic. These are synthetic chemical artificial indicators. This is red cabbage juice, which is a natural indicator. Litmus papers are also natural indicators. Now I'll show you for example. This is sodium hydroxide, which is a base. This is phenolphthalein. It's a synthetic indicator. When I put phenolphthalein, it will change its color to indicate that this is a base.
Cutting edge technology, which uses beam of light to detect intruders. ये basically क्या करता है कि जब कोई अंदर आता है
And for acids,
ऐसे लेजर
It's a hydrochloric acid.
yes,
इधर मिरर रखा है इधर से लेजर लग जा रहा है इधर
this is phenolphthalein.
This will not react, right?
No, it will become colorless.
अब आपको ख्याल आएगा क्यों ये अभी बहुत सारे तो मान लीजिए कि आपने सीसीटीवी कैमरा आपके साथ तो सीसीटीवी
Colorless to show that this is an acid.
ये जब कोई भी
That content is that one, no? Hydrochloric acid to the first one. The
Yes,
bottom one.
yes,
Then you mix this indicator with that.
yes.
It remains on the top. It doesn't even mix, is it?
This acid and bases are just not restricted to your lab chemicals and all. They are also used in your daily life. Like toothpaste and shampoo are both basic. They are basic in nature. They are bases. And even tomato sauce and oranges have acids. This has oxalic acid and this has citric acid. As you can see, this is my model hydraulic robotic arm. A hydraulic robotic arm is an extended mechanical appendage that is automated and run by a special executable program that allows it to be performed in some of the manufacturing plant. A hydraulic system is a closed loop system that uses an incompressible liquid such as water to transmit force. Pushing the plunger applies force on the water in the movable syringe. Since the water is confined and incompressible, Pascal principles comes into play, telling us that the pressure is terminated and denies to all parts of the water and to the walls of its container. Since robotic arms are extensively used in industrial settings, automate repetitive tasks such as welding, painting, packaging, and assembling. They can also work with high speed accuracy and endurance, increasing efficiency, productivity in manufacturing.
This is the model to demonstrate three laws of Newton. I will explain the first law of Newton and they both will explain second and third law of Newton. There are three laws of Newton. Newton's first law of motion states that a body in a rest will be in a rest. A body in a uniform motion will be in a uniform motion unless and except by a non-zero force acts by exerts. This is a car, it will be in a rest itself. A car it will be in a uniform motion, it will be in a uniform motion unless and acts by a non-zero force exerts. This is the formula to calculate the net force. We calculate the net force by using the formula F is equal to ma, where F is net force, m is mass of the body.
Second law of motion. Newton's second law of motion states that the rate of change of linear momentum of a body is directly proportional to applied force in the direction in which the force acts. It can be shown experimentally that the acceleration of an object is proportional in the direction of mass of the object. Support force and weight force are equal, pressure force and friction force are equal. So acceleration is zero.
Now I am going to speak about Newton's third law of motion. Newton's third law of motion states that every action has an equivalent opposite reaction. If the body A exerts a force on other body B, then B exerts a force on A. The two forces act along with the same line. Action and reaction never cancel each other. They cannot balance each other as they are on different bodies.
Now I am talking about smoke absorber machine. What is a smoke absorber machine? A smoke absorber machine is a device that is used to used to remove smoke and pollutants from the air. It is used to construct a filter box or compartment which would be placed in front of the fan motor. The smoke would be pulled through the carbon fiber by the fan, trapping particles in the cardboard fiber. Now, it's important to note that this type of smoke absorber machine would likely not be as efficient as a commercially available machine.